Good morning, everyone. This is Jyoti Bhagat from Times Tech Print Media. Today we have Mr. Anmol Jaggi from Blue Smart. He is co-founder in Blue Smart and founder in Gensol. Sir, good morning. A very warm welcome. Hi, sir. Sir, please, can you let us know about your journey so far as a founder in Gensol and as a co-founder in Blue Smart?
Okay, so we started Gensol about 13 years back in 2007. I started this company right after my college. I graduated as a petroleum engineer, but I started to work in the renewable energy sector. My kind of passion, or I always believed that renewable energy is going to become mainstream, and that's why we started renewable energy long back. Today, people talk a lot about renewable energy, but 13 years back there were very few believers of renewable. And good, I think it's been a good journey. It's been an eventful journey to ride the sector, which became from in 2007 we were doing less than 10 megawatts a year to now 10,000 megawatts a year. So the sector has grown a lot, and of course our company has grown a lot with the sector. Next, on the electric mobility side, we've always been passionate about environment. We've always been passionate about clean air, and electric mobility is one of the aspects of how you can clean the air and how you can keep the environment safe and good. So we decided, and we were seeing the same kind of cost curve benefit come in the electric mobility also. Like the cost of renewable energy went down drastically. The same thing we are seeing, that the cost of electric mobility is also coming down rapidly. And when something, the cost comes down rapidly, there is a very mass adoption of that technology as soon as the cost comes down. So that's the reason we got into electric mobility, and we started this venture about close to 2 years back. Again, it's been a pretty eventful ride, building what is maybe India's first four-wheel electric mobility company. Interesting time. COVID was also there, so it made it even more interesting. And yeah, good work which has been happening on Blue over the last 2 years, and at Gensol for last about 13 years now.
Blue Smart has started 2 years back, and as we can see in the urban mobility sector, we are. What do you think? How in future, in 5 years, this urban mobility sector will boom? We'll see traction.
So, ma'am, what I want, our thoughts are that electric mobility is the new way of how the world will move. People are going to switch from liquid fuels, which is petrol and diesel, to electric fuels, which is electricity. And this adoption is happening very fast. In few of the European countries, now we are started to see that the number of cars being sold, electric cars being sold, is higher than the number of diesel and petrol cars being sold. We expect that in 5 years' time, the same will happen in India also. It is, I think, today people need a lot of, they are fed up of pollution. India as a country, the single largest foreign exchange that we spend on import of petrol and diesel, crude oil. India imports about close to $100 billion of crude oil every year, which is a big strain on our economy. And for India to become a great nation, a rich nation, if we can stop this crude oil import, imagine where the rupee will be today. From 75 rupees, it can go to 40 rupees if we stop the crude oil import. And for that, electric mobility has to shape up, and renewable energy has to shape up, because so much of electricity consumption will increase because of electric mobility, and all of it will come from renewable energy that will make it a truly sustainable living. And India will become truly sustainable, because not just our energy is being produced through renewable, but even our mobility is being powered through renewable. And that is going to be it is going to be very transformational. Today we are just seeing the baby steps of it, but in 5 years, 10 years, when we see the complete full blown electric mobility powered by renewable energy kind of deployed on the ground at large scale, people will start to see the advantages of sustainable living. People will start to see it is not just about sustainable living, but also the economics of it. Petrol and diesel cost 5 rupees a kilometer. Today, the petrol cost is 75, 80 rupees. 14, 15 kilometers you get in 1 liter. So the cost is 5 rupees, 6 rupees a kilometer is the cost of running your car on petrol or diesel, whereas your cost of running your car on electricity is just 1 rupee a kilometer, 1.5 rupee a kilometer. So it will save a lot of money for the consumers, and of course it will be very good for the environment.
So, sir, as Gensol is the leading company, I can see in the solar sector. So, sir, what kind of the initiatives and is there any government projects there where you are tied up in with the government of any state? With
Quite a
Gensol?
lot of we do quite a lot of government projects. We are doing it for a lot of PSUs. We have done it for Hindustan Petroleum. We have done it for GAIL. We have done it for state PSUs in the state of Gujarat. We have done it for Central Electronics Limited. So there are quite a few PSU projects that we do.
Okay, sir. Also, I would like to ask. There are so many smart cities initiatives are going in the entire country. So, is there any collaboration with any smart city with Gensol?
Not directly, but indirectly, we do get orders from smart city projects, but they come indirectly through us. So there is a large company which takes the complete smart city project, and solar is a part of the smart city project. So we get some projects from large contractors who take the full project and then they outsource the solar work to.
In 2021, what will be your planning for Blue Smart in the EV sector?
I think the clear idea is that the pandemic showed us the true value of blue skies. For the first time, people in Delhi, instead of seeing gray skies and black skies, saw blue skies, and people actually loved it. That now they are seeing how the environment should be, how we saw photographs of birds, peacocks coming into people's homes because the human intervention in the ecosystem was so low. I think people have realized that turning sustainable is very important, and we are seeing a lot of our customers in BlueSmart. We have about close to 150,000 clients whom we service, whom we give the number of rides in a day. So there we see that a lot of customers are actually now, even if they are given a choice of riding on a combustion engine car, which will spoil the environment, they don't want to do it. They want to ride on an electric car because people have become very conscious. The pandemic has motivated all of us to think more about the nature, and to say that if you will fiddle with the nature and if you will pressure the nature too much, then the nature will get back to you very badly, and the complete human race can come close to extinction if you do not take care of the nature. So I think people have realized this. A lot of our customers are coming towards Blue Smart because they want to ride electric cars and be sustainable. At the same time, like I mentioned to you, sustainability is not about just saving the nature, but also about better economics. And it is better economics coupled with better environment senses helping Blue Smart a lot.
As per the recently announced budget, what is your opinion? How it will be? It will impact the EV sector, the urban mobility sector, and solar sector.
So there was very little announcements for
Yeah.
both electric vehicle and solar, excepting in solar, the duty came up on solar inverters, which is good for India manufacturing. But apart from that, there was very little in the budget, which was around that. More important than budget, at least from a Blue Smart perspective, we are looking forward to more and more people getting vaccinated and more people coming out to travel, do their usual stuff, go to the malls, go to the movie stations, and enjoy life. And when they move around, they need mobility services, and Blue Smart is a premier mobility service in the city of Delhi. So
Sorry, sir, what were your expectations from the budget, if I may ask?
no, I'm pretty happy. I think government has already provided a lot of incentives to the electric vehicles business. we already have 5% GST on cars and chargers, which is the lowest. I don't think it can go to zero, but above zero, the next slab is 5% only. There is FAME subsidy, which is there, which is very good. So all the ingredients are there. It is up to entrepreneurs like us to now come up and actually build the ecosystem and not just keep asking everything from the government. People need to take a step forward and build something, and I'm sure the government is there in our support. And yesterday we have seen the government of Delhi announce such a massive campaign to turn electric. So governments are thinking about this, and it's very heartening. I think more amount of action needs to be done from the entrepreneur side to actually go ahead and take this ahead. The only small little request that we had from the government from a budget perspective was to waive off tolls on electric cars. So if tolls can be waived off on electric cars, that will be very helpful.
Totally agree. Sir, other than this, how far has Gensol and Blue Smart has marked its presence in India, and if there is any presence in the global market? I would like to.
From a Gensol perspective, we are more or less present in every state of the country,
All right.
and we operate almost in every state of the country, and we have physical presence in every state. So we are doing a lot of work in India. Internationally, we have an office in Oman. We just started an office in Dubai just prior to the pandemic, but we had to close it down during the pandemic. And the Mid East is looking very, very encouraging. The Middle East is looking very strong. So we at Gensol, we have a very strong focus towards Middle East, and a lot of solar projects are coming there. Very large scale solar projects are coming there. So Egypt also, we are seeing a lot of solar projects coming up. And so it's been so Gensol now today has 75% revenue from India and 25% revenue coming from Middle East and Egypt. So that's a good thing. For Blue Smart, our focus is India only. We are not looking at expanding beyond India, at least in the next 1.5 year.
Also, if I may ask, what is your go-to-market strategy in India for Blue Smart and in global market for Gensol?
So for Blue Smart, go-to market is pretty easy. It's a consumer brand. People, our app is very good. People who have taken rides with us because we have no cancellation policy, we have a no surge policy. We are very safe for the women rider. So that's why it's a good, very good word of mouth which has happened, because of which we see downloads and new riders coming in on a daily basis. And it's just about, I think the complete world had not experienced a good mobility player. So there are the existing players were not able to kind of service they were not able to service the customers, and when they were not able to service the customers, so they were very unhappy. And when they were very unhappy, they were using the service of existing players, but they were looking forward to a new exciting player. And Blue Smart, because of its good service, neat and clean cards, good driver partners, no cancellation, no surge, we kind of are capturing the hearts of our riders, and they are liking us. From an international perspective for Gensol, we are very happy because internationally the Indian talent is recognized a lot. And while the Indian talent is, kind of very good technically, the international market has started to realize this, and they are seeing that the Indian talent is cutting edge. They understand technology much better than any person in the world. So that's where a lot of respect of Indians has gone up. The technical respect for Indians has gone up a lot, and it is easy to go and convince now foreign companies to use the services of Indian companies. So it's become that's because the our IT industry and others have created a very good atmosphere globally, and that engineering talent from India is very good.
Who are the companies or players you are seeing as a competitor in the EV sector?
Very small competitors who keep coming in and keep going out. I think people need to have a long-term view on the sector. People get attracted to the news, and people think that every company will become Tesla. They come into the market without realizing that you need to have a lot of technological advancement. You need to have a lot of financial muscle to build something, because what you're trying to build is very transformational. India, you're trying to transform what 1 century of work is there. Since 1 century, people are using combustion engines, and you're trying to transform that. That needs a lot of patience. It needs a lot of capital. It needs a lot of technology. So there are some smaller companies keep coming into the fray, which is very exciting. Some of them have very good ideas, but more or less, what we see is that people don't come. People get more Uh, attracted by the fanciness of the sector, but below the fanciness is a lot of hard work, a lot of capital, and a lot of technology. So anybody who's serious should think for the long term, and come in with a lot of preparation into the market, and then only launch a EV company. It's not, it's an exciting sector. It's a very fast growing sector, but it's, you need to be patient and stick around there.
As EV is emerging in the Indian market, the students from IIT and the young scientists who are doing experiments and making the EVs for as their projects and all. So what will be your message to that youth and enthusiast bunch of people? Yeah.
No, I think the sector is very exciting. Like I mentioned, that we are trying to transform how people have traveled and how people are going to travel. It's a very large industry, huge industry. So there is a lot of scope and a lot of work to be done. And it's in 100-mile journey. We are not even at the first mile right now. So huge work that needs to be done, and all the youngsters should focus on what is going to be the future of the world. In 15 years from now, you are not going to see a petrol pump, you're not going to see a diesel pump. All you're going to see is electric vehicle charging stations, and you're not going to see any pollution, because all the cars would have transformed to electric. So good work which is being done, good impact that it has on the society. So you can be very proud that while you are trying to earn money, you're also trying to earn money in the right way by saving the environment, which is very crucial. And it is I think everybody should be working towards adoption of electric mobility, and that is going to be the, like mobile phones changed the last 20-25 years. Electric mobility is going to change the next 20-25 years.